Hold on. No, we're not. There we go. Man, it's so crazy. Guys, are you seeing this? It's so woodsy over here. Isn't there so much woods and trees and everything like that? It's so woodsy. Wait a second. What's your name?
Woodsy, what's up?
Oh my God, this is Woodsy. You guys know Woodsy from the chat and everything like that. He actually, as we know from that birthday live stream I had not too long ago, he won the EKSTER wallet. So now he's here to redeem it in person. So here you are, sir.
Thanks, sir. I'll add it to my collection.
And it's not too bad. It's caramel color. It's not my favorite, but you know.
Of course, with your shoes.
Right. Yes, right. So what's going on, man? How are you feeling in Greenville?
I mean, I drove up here with the family. It took me about 2 hours. Had to make several coffee stops. Working late last night, but it's good to just get away and spend time with the family away from everything.
For sure. Yeah, I know you've been working really hard lately. You've been saying, 50, 60-hour weeks and stuff like that. So Greenville's definitely got a lot of stuff that we talked about this too, beforehand. A lot of good restaurants downtown. I did mention that there's a crazy hotel down here, the Marriott, the Bohemian.
Okay.
It's part of the autograph collection. Definitely go check that out because that's I think that's like one of the craziest hotels I've ever seen. If you guys are watching, check out that hotel, the Bohemian. And there's like rivers and stuff like that by there, but a lot of fun. But that's great. And you, when do you plan on like going back? Are you leaving now or?
No, I'll go back tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. I gotta do a little bit of work tomorrow and set up for the next week. So.
Gotcha. Is there anything you want to tell Chad Money Minutes before we start?
Hey, yeah. So this guy right here highly recommended verbally, pretty much made me subscribe to you. I completely forgot you had a channel, so I apologize.
Oh Lord. That's sacrilegious, but he'll understand it. Who do we got in here right now? We got Danny Boy. Yeah, it's Woodsy. Everybody, come on now. I don't think Anthony knows the stream starts after the introduction. What is he talking about? Oh, that's true. Thumbnail. Okay, cool. All right, so I wanted to know a couple things because a little bit, but I don't know everything about you. I know you're in the credit card world a lot. You're in a lot of these comment sections. You've been kind of growing your portfolio. Just give me a rundown. Like, what's going on with the credit card world? Why'd you get started in all this?
So, a little backstory about me. I grew up without money. Like, there were several times sleeping in a car and bad situations. Not going to go too in deep into it. It's just bad situations. I joined the military, one, because it was a family business. My whole family's joined. And then two, to do my duty, serve the country. And three, learn a few skills and trades along the way. So I didn't really monitor credit while I was in the military. I had the Platinum card at one point because it was free and I knew that. And I was doing a lot of traveling. I had a couple other credit cards, but I made the payments, didn't really think about it too much. Did a couple deployments, came back, and wasn't exactly completely here, if that makes sense. I was, old timers call it shell shock, now it's PTSD. It got me into a lot of situations I shouldn't have been in, which completely ruined my credit. Maxing out cards, getting new cards just to max them out, not paying on car payments, etc. So got out of the military, 100% honorable discharge, 100% disability for some injuries and stuff that happened while I was over there, and ended up going through bouts of addiction. So again, if anybody knows addiction, you run through everything as much as you can, and ended up in some pretty bad places. So from there, my first daughter was born, and then my second daughter, same woman, thank God, was starting to conceive. Didn't know it until after I'd gotten in a little bit of trouble, and I realized that I didn't want to do that. I literally disappeared off the face of the earth for 18 months and in and out of treatment facilities and rehabs and stuff, and got out literally with the clothes on my back. December 13th of 2018. For a few months, had really nothing, and then started building my life back. COVID hit. So this happened right around COVID. I didn't really do anything for 2 or 3 years except for fix my personal stuff, fix relationships with the mother of my children, and get a car, get set up, get the girls in school, etc. I did all that. So last year, literally, I want to say August of last year, I really started looking at, okay, I need to start rebuilding my credit. Maybe not last year, August of 2021, so almost 2 years. Sledge is in here. He'll know I started my credit, like at that point, I was at a 505 credit score. And I mean, just if you start doing the right things and start doing the right stuff, I realized that credit cards can help me expand what I'm trying to do. Got that dreaded QuickSilver 1 card.
Yikes.
Is what it is. Can't get rid of it.
That was the worst part of your life.
Yeah, it will not go away. And I can't get them to upgrade it, even though I call them every month. Yeah. But I'll just downgrade it at this point to the platinum credit, whatever it is. Next one was the Discover It, which I'm glad I got that one. It's good. Yeah. That's the one I use to attach people to help them build their credit. I'll attach them, let them build their credit for a few months, have them pay me, and then take them off once they get their first credit card, so they can start building their own life. But yeah, in less than 2 years, I went from a 505 to a 665. That's the average, more or less. Yeah. And yeah, so I'm at the Hilton Garden Inn. Didn't pay a dime for it. A couple weeks ago, took the Nut family on another staycation in Atlanta. We live right outside of it. Stayed at the Hyatt. Got a suite. Didn't pay a dime for it. Yeah. It's going to help me be able to take my family out to do things without actually having to worry about paying for it. That's all I want.
And that's really the main reason why so many of us actually talk about it and everybody's in this community is because, well, we all want to live like a better life, and usually that means, traveling and experiences and stuff like that, and also just financial worries that people have in day-to-day life. How am I gonna? I deal with people a lot in real estate when I meet people down here, and they're like, hey, my income's just enough to buy the house, but hey, I hear these conversations on the side. They're saying, we're gonna have to take a few less vacations every single year. The kids we're not leaving the city for a little bit. And I tell them, and I face to face, I'm like, look, there is a way where you can just supplement all the money that you're spending anyway, put it towards these cards, and you don't even have to worry about your vacations for the most part. If you're just driving and staying in a hotel, go for it. Go, do stuff like that. So,
the hardest part about starting and putting everything on cards for me was my bank account looked great until the 5th when everything came out. Yeah. But once you get through that first few months and realize that balance is everything, you can start seeing where you got to cut back. But that was the biggest mind screw up. That was the first couple months of just putting everything on cards. Yeah. So
it's so foreign initially, right?
Yeah, it's like you're used to microtransactions. That's what'll get you, microtransactions.
What do you mean by that?
So microtransactions, when you're like subscriptions. $5 here, $2 there, $12 there. You don't think about it adding up. But once you put everything on the cards, you see exactly how much you're spending, so you can start cutting it away.
Makes sense, yeah. And that's, that's one of the main things. I think it's something like, what is it, maybe 70 or 80% of people have some form of Disney product, like a subscription service, or like maybe over 50% of the population has like an Amazon Prime, monthly subscription reoccurring. So I guess a bunch of microtransactions.
It's like 82% at $12, yeah. Unless you got food stamps, and it's $6.99.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, definitely. And so what I'm kind of curious too, because I always would love to hear how your kind of life, kind of switched, and how you went from being in, some really dark places to kind of switching that around, at least for maybe the debt side, if you want to talk about that. So I think you kind of funded your lifestyle with a lot of credit cards. You've accumulated debt at that time in your life many, many years ago. Was there like a certain moment that came to you that we were like, oh, I'm gonna stop doing that? Like, what made you think I'm gonna stop doing this and maybe be a little, let me pay it all off and kind of go forward from that?
Uh, so I knew I wanted to start getting the credit cards again because I knew the value of when I had them when I was in the military. I mean, they helped me 4-day weekends, just fly somewhere to go do what I wanted to do, or whatever for the first couple of years before my first deployment to Iraq. Uh, but what really did it was when I was in rehab. By the way, I couldn't do the 12-step program because I can't sit there and listen to people reminisce.
Yeah.
So I had to really figure out a way to be able to handle my mental stress and the places that are at. Because, I mean, the labels that they give you, PTSD, depression, social anxiety disorder, oppositional deficit disorder, all these things, just, they throw these labels at you, and then they're so changing that you don't really think about it. I really had to find out what made me, or what I wanted to make me get better. And for me, it was being the father to my kids that I never had, having a relationship with the mother, because my mom passed when I was 4 months old, and my dad was an abusive alcoholic. So I started off the world with trauma.
Yeah.
And then military didn't help out at all, but I had to find my center, my ground, and that's, you know, something as simple as just seeing my daughter smile, or going, oh, we're going to a hotel, yeah,
Yeah.
because every time we go to a hotel, they're like that. Richie, don't do trade lines. They're a trap.
Really.
Anyway, but so I had to find what was good for me, and then everything that I do is an attachment of what can help me get to my end goal. Making my kids happier, having these experiences, teaching them new things. All those are things that I can do with credit cards, and or having good credit, so I could in the future help them get a good car at a decent rate, or help them buy a house, or things like that. It was that simple. I will say that I have something most people don't have, and I have that backstop of I am 100%, so I know I will always have income coming in. And that's a fear that a lot of other people don't because they don't have that. But that's what gave me the time, because sometimes you just got to do things for you to get better, and that's why I disappeared for 18 months.
Huh. Interesting. So you said something that was, now they're going to make fun of me for saying interesting. Unreal, Richie. So what you said earlier was something I don't really hear very often for people who've kind of gone through it. You said that military didn't really help that much, and it was mostly your future daughters and or children in the future that kind of brought you out of things to give you a better perspective and a goal to kind of reach for. But you're saying military didn't really help with that, as I hear usually most people it does.
The military has programs, and I did use a few of those programs. So like domiciliary rooms and therapists. So I will always have a therapist. I'll always have medical taken care of. So I've never have to worry about medical debt. It's with all the stuff going on about that. But the military will only help you if you really want the help, because sometimes you got to hunt and wait and fight for those things. Like once I got out of one rehab, it took me 3 months to get into the next because of the waiting list. That, and I'm not saying the government is defunding veterans. The government offers a lot of help for veterans, but they don't make it easy either.
Really?
I was lucky. I got my 100% disability coming right out because of stuff that I had. But I helped several veterans through VFW or AMVETS or other organizations that I'm a part of, that there's 20, 30 years still fighting to get their 100% rating. You can throw everything at the book, but kind of like the credit card game is a game, disability ratings are a game, and you have to know how to play it.
Huh. And you know what? It's something that you've mentioned in our talks, and even today, you kind of say, I help them or help these people in this situation kind of do what I've done. Do you have some sort of business, or do you just help people on the side, veterans and people trying to get out of debt?
Well, I have several veteran friends that have um, skills. Good thing about being a veteran is you know that person has a skill. Whether or not they're happy with that skill is a different story. But I've helped people find jobs or side hustles or what have you.
Yeah.
I think I've actually talked to you about that, giving you a couple of names for
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
someone
Yeah.
who'd come up here and help you out.
Hmm.
But as far as like helping a veteran get 100%, I'm not going to charge someone. Why would I charge someone money trying to better their life,
Yeah.
especially in that situation? They're already getting screwed over enough, as you would think. So,
Hmm.
um, I could probably write it off as charitable work, but
It's true. Yeah.
yeah, that I don't charge people for it. I do my job. I get this secondary income, VA disability, and then little side jobs here and there. But I'm not. You ask the mother of my children, she would say that I'm probably very money focused right now,
Hmm.
or finance focused, because for since 2015, up until recently, I feel like I got a lot of time to make up for to get where I should be.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, look, man, we know from the Discord, we were talking about it a little bit in the real estate chat. I know you're interested in, well, you have your own house and you're looking to get a rental property at some point in the future. And what's going on? What's
Richie, hit me up on the Discord and I'll help you out.
nice, man. Richie's getting some help. And it's funny. I don't know what it is, but it seems like the people who are in the credit card game. Do you notice that a lot of people in this game with you are also veterans themselves, like Richie and a few others?
No, but I've gotten several in it.
Hmm?
I didn't notice. I've never. You notice we don't really talk about
Yeah.
the VA or being veterans.
Yep.
A lot of the times, we don't even want to be known as that
Really?
because there's such a stigma now. In certain locations, I've seen people that literally have a taste of disgust towards the veterans because of what we
Really?
did over there. I've been, yeah, I've been put down for it before. So a lot of the times, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, I we just it's not something we like to
Hmm.
push out unless we know it's going to be in a helpful situation. I'll definitely get that military discount when I go eat, but that's about the only time I use it.
Right, and one of the biggest discounts, which nobody really.
Hotels.
Yes.
Hotels.
Tell
I've
us
gotten
about.
free rooms
Really?
before just for walking in uniform or
Really?
showing my ID, especially in Tybee Island, like Tybee, because I was at Fort Stewart, which is in Hinesville, and then Hunter Army Airfield, which is in Savannah. So they have a big military presence there, and a lot of times you can get free rooms just going up to the beach at 1 o'clock in the morning and be like, "Hey, I'm drunk."
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. That's an unexpected perk. I wasn't aware of that. I was kind of leaning more towards like all of the annual fees that you don't have to pay.
Oh no, you still got to pay them.
What?
It's only if you're active
Active.
duty,
Okay.
and you're talking about Amex.
Correct.
If you're active duty, you can get the Amex Platinum and I believe the Gold, both without the annual fee,
Hmm.
or at least a reduced fee for the Gold.
So we've talked to Wandering Doc. You guys know him in there. I think it's actually all Amex. I could be wrong. No. I think it is because he's getting the Aspire. He has an Aspire.
Is he active duty? Or is he?
I don't know. I'm not sure
He could
exactly.
be whatever, our reserve or National
Maybe.
Guard. So
It might be, but I know he's told me on numerous occasions. Multiple platinums. He's trying to get a second Aspire card because it's all profit for him because it's just free annual fees for now. Isn't there some rule with the military that states that, yeah, I guess
there's some
active,
extra laws, yeah.
or like if you become like I don't know what you would call it, inactive or I don't know discharged. Isn't it like a grace period that you still get annual fees for free, like 3-5 years?
No, so it could be immediately, but they probably only check the status because they can check the status based off of your social security number and see if you're still active duty. But I've had normally it's 6 months after that. Some of my friends had just had their oh, you've got to start paying your annual fee,
Gotcha.
or your next year annual, whatever, when it pops up.
Yeah. And I think that's a crazy benefit to be able to get some of those things for free while you're going through it, right? We got people saying in here. Just dispatched over. Yeah, MR2. I didn't know that. I didn't know he was also.
Well, he's not. He's
Oh,
he didn't serve.
oh, he didn't serve, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Security lock parser.
Damn heart won't go away.
Wild, man. The heart.
Don't go away.
I don't even know what that heart does, to be honest.
Oh, it does the little things on the side, so like.
Oh, you could. Oh, that shows up on the screen too.
Yeah.
Man, why is nobody hearting the? Why is nobody hearting things?
There you go.
Chad says SCRA normally.
On most AF cards. Oh, and you get free AAA too if you're active.
What is that?
AAA?
No, what he's saying, SCRA.
I have no idea,
Oh.
to be honest with you.
Chad, I'm unfamiliar.
Security. I don't know.
Was anytime. Interesting. Huh. Well, and so what so I guess you've been kind of using all your credit cards over the last couple of years. You kind of been building up your portfolio. Any so you did a staycation in Georgia. You're here now. Any other trips that you have done that were pretty awesome that you probably wouldn't have done otherwise?
With credit cards?
Yeah.
No. Last year we went to Orlando and I did the U.S. Armed Forces, or MWR. They have reduced pricing on I think I saved $2,000 off of a resort stay, plus tickets, plus everything for University of Orlando. I used my credit cards to pay for it, and every single one of them cycled as a hotel resort credit. So I made a ton of points off of that.
Yeah.
But next year, as I was telling you last night, this year alone, I've gotten over 500,000 points.
That's right.
So next year for vacation, or maybe the end of the year, I'm planning on just doing all points based, everything from food on up a Chase to hotel to rental car. I plan on paying for everything with points for next year.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's such an uncommon thing. You don't hear that very much in the credit card world because everyone's trying to maximize every single little point. So they'll say to you, food, what are you, crazy? You should be using that on a business class flight to the Maldives right now. What are you doing? But you have more of a different viewpoint, right? I'm guessing you just don't want to pay anything out of pocket.
No, it's just to say I could.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love it.
I don't. You got the points, but it's something that's becoming more common between you, Spencer Johnson, and a couple of the other guys is if you don't use the points, then how are you getting the value?
Yeah.
And we just saw a couple weeks ago with American Airlines, where the points were devalued by over 30%.
Yeah.
So, what's to say that 60,000 point Hilton room's not going to go up to an 80,000 point room and then devalue a lot more?
Yeah.
I don't have any wants or needs for aspirational Maldives, or I've seen enough sand in my life to stay away from stuff like that. But my kids, being as young as they are, they're 4, they're 6, and mother of my children, she hasn't been on a plane in ages. Just if we can drive there, we'll be fine. But next year, I mean, or the year after that, we might start doing the European trips and stuff like that. So, but why not spend it now? I don't see the point in why not.
Yeah, and it's kind of I think I was talking about it with Sledge, and of course Chad is like the pioneer with this. He's just earn and burn, and he spends every single point by the end of the year.
CJ's here.
CJ, what's going on, CJ? Mr. Rose Gold. Sorry, I just got to.
You still owe me a sub.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, CJ. You somehow have been able to rope a lot of us in. And we owe you somehow.
You owe me 2.
You got this. You got the
I got the Hilton and the Hilton and the
Sapphire preferred.
Sapphire.
Jeez. Well, I got you the wallet, so
that's one. That's one. I'll take
so next time, yeah. So maybe if I get the Aspire, we'll hit you up and we'll.
I need the Aspire. I'm probably gonna. Once they lift the pop-up ban, it's gonna be the Marriott Business first, then the Aspire. So.
Yeah. Would you consider like what we were talking about off camera with the whole Marriott to Ritz-Carlton product change?
I mean, I see the if you go to Vegas a lot,
Hmm.
or maybe New York or major cities,
Yeah.
I still don't do large cities. Atlanta's a large city, and I had to take a lot of medication to be there because I don't like large groups of people.
Yeah.
But if you're going to those places where the Ritz-Carltons are at, so there's one in Charlotte, isn't there? Is there one in Charlotte? The New York, LA, Vegas, obviously.
Nashville has
Then
one.
then I see the value in that. But I mean, I just started with the hotel cards, and my next goal is the Hyatt. Once I get out of 524,
Yeah.
so the Hyatt card is definitely going to be my next, and then but I can still do the Marriott business.
Yeah. Well, do you have the Surpass yet?
No, I'm in pop-up jail.
Oh, right. That's right. We were just
I got
talking about
the Hilton business.
that. Oh.
That's the one I got off
Yeah.
of you.
Oh, that's the one you got. Okay. I thought it was the original. So wait, CJ, you got his? Is he saying?
I got his gold. I got the gold
Oh, you got the
90,000.
gold for CJ. I'm
Yeah.
still waiting to get the Hilton. Oh, CJ's still waiting. It's crazy. So many people are sleeping on the Hilton cards because people think they're worthless. But are you crazy?
No, so this one, I think I actually got a point redemption of 1.1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, if you
Huh.
think about it, I paid with points, but I also got the military discount. So that automatically, like the room that I got, is like 300 or $360.
What?
The point, but I got it down to like 250.
Huh. This was 300 something a night. Well, normal.
It's a weekend. Maybe it was. I think after it was, I was like 280, 290, and then after taxes. But I think I got total. I paid 250, 240.
Gotcha. So I didn't know that. So you actually can put in the military discount and it'll
Military rate
discount the
with
points.
Yeah.
Huh. That's.
But you
pretty
got to
cool.
call them to have them reduce it,
Oh.
and then pay that when you come in with points.
See now, my first thought is horrible things. My first thought is, did they verify that you were?
No. So there's a difference between government contract,
Lord.
because when you look it up, it'll say government, military family
Huh.
is what you need to use for veteran, but government contract, it's like 50% off value, but you got to have orders to show orders for you to get that rate.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you sweet talk the front lady and you come in late enough,
Oh my God.
I mean, you could probably be like, hey, can I get that contract rate?
That
Just
is
saying, bring them some Starbucks. It's
Bring 'em
like-
to give them a $5 Starbucks and they'll get you the 50% discount or whatever the discount is. That is so funny because I just know that there's things like that. Like I talk about, I'm going to be doing it something maybe Vegas or Nashville. I'm going to literally show everyone how easy it is to just never. Like it's gonna be so controversial. I've said it on camera a bunch of times, but I'm just like, if you're homeless, dude, if I'm homeless right now, I'm going to the Salvation Army. I'm getting a couple nice clothes. I'm going to a Hilton in the morning, and I'm getting the free breakfast. I don't care. I'll just keep bouncing around.
I mean, you're the chicken and rice guy, right?
Yes.
So,
That's me.
what do you? Because I never heard your opinion on it, but how do you feel about how Spencer redeemed his Chase points?
Oh, for like the laptop?
Yeah.
Or, I mean the computer?
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad because, Chad brought up a good point, which was the point valuation that he got. Also, in that equation, you have to add in depreciation for his business, which is his YouTube channel. So once you factor in depreciation for that laptop or computer, whatever you call it, you can tell I use an iPhone and an iPad, that's it. Yeah, those cent per point valuations are much higher, and that made me really think. I was like, that's an interesting thing. Plus, the usability of it. He's going to be using it for the next 5 years, most likely.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm not an Apple fan.
No.
Y'all can hate me. That's fine. Every Apple I've ever had is either crapped out or, except for the Apple III, that you could not break that phone at all.
Really?
You could throw that thing up against the wall and run over it with a lawnmower, which I have, and it did not die. It's kind of like the old Nokia bar phones. That phone just wouldn't go away.
Huh.
But I think he's using it for work, and that is going to help him get referrals. So it's going to eventually pay itself back.
Yeah.
You can essentially count every referral or every membership that he has, and every video, any money that he makes off of that is just points redeemed.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah. And not only that, but write-offs as well. Write-offs, depreciation on the business.
well, can you write it off since it wasn't paid for with money?
Hmm.
You can't write it off
Oh,
as a
that I don't
tax
know.
deduction.
Oh, you know what? I think we did talk about this. I didn't get a full answer on it though.
Yeah, since you don't have a receipt stating that you spent money, you can't use it as a tax write-off.
That's unreal. That's unreal.
I mean, it is what it is. It's like I just said, if you don't use it, is it worth it? Like, what are you making? That's
Yeah.
not Calby. Oh, wait, Calby's in here? Oh, Calby.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, Chad says you can write it off, as it does have a market value.
It has a market value, but you don't have a receipt stating that you bought it. I've actually looked into this, and I have a accountant that I talked to, and they said legally you can't write it off.
Really? Huh. That's good to know, though. That a lot of this stuff we're in the dark about until we actually do it. That's pretty crazy. So you asked me. I think it's probably a good purchase. I think maybe he's not looking to go crazy right now and travel. I know next year he is planning, but like to your point, yeah, a lot of us talk about just hoarding all these points, but really it seems like a shift in the air with Chad and a few other people's sledges just to start using their points. That's why when this.
Because of Amex and Constant.
Well, that's another that pushed me over the edge.
How do you say his name? I can't remember.
Konstantinos.
There you go.
Mr. Greek man, yeah. I was even thinking about having him on tomorrow, but I'm not sure. I might just want to do nothing tomorrow. But yes, that too made me want to just, all right, go crazy. Friggin' 150K Amex points, throw it in Air France right now just to keep it secure.
You got the deal of a lifetime right there, because I helped you look.
Yes.
And everyone that I found was single person above that. So that was for 2 people. Was it round trip or one way?
So disclaimer, I didn't actually book it yet. I just screenshotted it, but I don't know if that's bad.
Yeah.
But I have the points in there.
Probably going to go up.
Probably.
The earlier you buy it, the better.
I was looking out in like February, I think, or
I think it was going like in a couple months.
I figured I don't have to do it right away, but I'm going to. I should though. Apparently that's a really good deal. Yeah, it was round trip 2 tickets, business to Milan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're getting married soon.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you want for a wedding gift? There you go. What do you need in your household?
Nothing. I just need
Oh
no! Oh no! This is like Elon interviewing the BBC now.
Matt's yelling at you.
Anthony booked that trip. Oh my God! I have Calby screaming at me because booking the Delta flight to Vegas. I just didn't do it. I don't know if I procrastinate. I just wait on things. I don't know. Okay, tomorrow I have a completely free day. I'm going to book. I'm gonna figure out with her which day is good, and we'll do that. And I'm gonna book the Vegas flight too. Are you going to Vegas, by the way?
No, because it's when again? When is it?
September 2nd.
No. Again, large groups of people. I should have brought my service dog out here. She's up in the room.
Oh, you got it, really?
I got a German Shepherd. She's up in the room, but I didn't want her to eat you. So.
I appreciate it. Yeah. It's all right. So I had a 100-pound lab pit mix.
Willing to help you book that trip.
Yes, I know. Well, look, if that is true, and my 150K find was really like amazing. I know Chad found me some cheaper ones on Emirates, but I don't know.
Nice planes.
Are they?
Yeah, because that's one of the lines that we flew to go to Iraq.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
And since I was loading people's gear underneath the damn plane, excuse my language, we're past the 10-minute mark, so I think we're good.
It's okay.
Like I actually got one of the first class seats because I was the last person on the plane. Last people on the plane.
Huh.
For free. To 130 degrees in July.
Well, you would hope you get something, right?
I mean, stepping off that plane, going from, Savannah, 80 degrees, a little humid, to right outside of Baghdad, 132 degrees. Yeah. And in a 12-hour time frame.
Man, I'm just so curious. I don't even know if I'm supposed to go into it, but can you tell me like the first 24 hours when you landed, what it was like?
Which one? The first time?
That one.
I went to Iraq, and then I went to Afghanistan. Iraq, it wasn't that bad. There was some stuff I went in, like right after Enduring Freedom and it went into Operation New Dawn. We were at Al Air Base. There's actually some videos on YouTube of like an old YouTube channel that I did of like sandstorms and stuff that come in. You can't see it, but it wasn't that bad. And the culture over there is amazing. Just the people that are from there that can come up on the post and
Yeah.
talk to them. They're really nice. Afghanistan was the one where I had a lot of stuff happen, and I know you had that picture of what they were doing is air assault. It's
Mm.
rappelling out of a helicopter. That's one. I was air assault and sling load, which I was hooking up to helicopters.
Okay.
Um, One of the injuries, not even not even insurgent or whatever related, because the IEDs are not fun. But 2 o'clock in the morning, a pilot taking off with me on top of a load that I was hooking up underneath it.
Jeez.
Fell like 35 feet and broke several bones in my foot, hairline fractures up my lip. For a while, I couldn't walk without a cane.
Jesus Christ. That is crazy.
Yeah, it's not fun.
35 feet?
35 feet onto rock and concrete.
It's
So,
like it's like as high as can't really see, but it's like as high as this
yeah,
building.
Richie, that smell is something else, especially right outside of Al Assad because there's a sulfur mine.
There's what?
So there's a smell over
Yeah.
there. It's hard to really describe. It's just like an off funk, like moldy Gouda
Okay.
all around. But
Huh.
then Al Assad has sulfur mines around it,
Huh.
and so you got added rotten cheese, rotten eggs and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I can imagine. Okay. Huh. Interesting.
if y'all gonna make me a channel, you're gonna book a trip.
God damn it.
You said you would book it. See, Calby's yelling at
I
you.
know. He told me that. I've been going crazy with this video I'm trying to get out tomorrow. I've been literally up to like 1 or 2 a.m. just like falling asleep while like putting things together. And he's like, "Go book the trip." I'm like, "I can't. Right. I'm gonna do it Sunday. I'm totally free Sunday. I'm gonna do everything Sunday. Okay." Oh Lord.
There is something that a lot of people don't talk about with the credit card gamble,
Yeah.
and something that I do want to bring up.
Sure.
At some point, everybody, like, you're going to reach that point where you're out of denial and we're like, okay, this is an addiction. It's like I know what addiction looks like, and me sitting there fiending, okay, which card am I going to get? How am I going to do this? How am I going to get these points? I mean, I know we were joking last night. Maybe I should make something to get a million points since I'm already halfway there in 1 year. But yeah, eventually it becomes like it's almost like an addiction because you're wanting the next thing. It's something that I'm realizing that a cool off period is worth it every now and then, just to level set where you're at and to figure out what your next move's going to be.
It's true. And you know what? You really actually just opened my eyes a little bit because, yeah, we've heard about addiction in all different forms, right? You know, we have family members, stuff like that. And you know, that can come in many different avenues. And usually the most destructive is, you know, taking substances, stuff like that. And also maybe you're misusing all your finances, you're spending all your money. Maybe you're a gambler. Maybe you rack up credit card debt and stuff like that. But I never considered an actual addiction and maybe it even being debilitating where you're like, I'm not even going to spend any money unless I get a new credit card and I'm working towards a sign-up bonus. Like,
I've been doing that. Like, I wouldn't spend any money on anything unless it was working towards a sign-on bonus. But it's I don't even know how to really go there. It's really just up to you. I mean, I know you have that goal of getting 100 cards, tentatively racking up all these points and stuff. And yes, new sign-up bonuses are the best way to get a lot of points to do the aspirational and stuff travel that everybody's trying to do. But it is a form of addiction. I mean, caffeine's an addiction, sugar is an addiction. That's all chemical. Your repetitive actions, vaping or ticks. You know, it's an obsession, which can lead to an addiction.
So you really think that there's because I think about the end goal now. Yeah, tentatively 100 because I know 100 just sounds cool. It'd be funny to actually do it, but I know that there's probably not many that I'll end up getting that have like sign up to get 100 cards. You have to get like
the credit one.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go with Richie, right?
Yeah,
You know,
credit one.
First Premier Bank, which Sledge is the CEO
Oh
of.
God, yeah. That's no good.
So it's not
It's
realistically, it's not possible.
Richie, you got to talk to your people because if somebody tries to open a credit one card in my name again, I'm gonna go apeshit.
That's right. You've had that situation, huh?
Yeah, me and Sledge both had it. Like someone opened it up in my name. I've even sent the police reports and the stuff, and it was like, sorry, we're not going to remove it from your credit. Like not to Credit One, but to
The bureaus,
Experian, TransUnion stuff. And
Christ.
luckily, it falls off. That's the only bad mark I have left.
Yeah.
From like from that part of my life is that, and it falls off in October. Luckily, the Navy Federal stuff fell off. I probably owe Navy Federal like $40,000 or $50,000, which is why I can never get a Navy Federal card.
So you told me there was some bad blood, but I never actually got the full story on what happened there. So that was from that time and everything.
So I was still in the military, and I was just going through cycles of addiction, and I just credit to money in my account. You know, that comes with a big fee because you're transferring. It's like money, cash out.
Oh.
And racked up about $20,000 in card debt, and my car loan was through them also, and that was about $35,000, so about $55,000 worth of debt, but that fell off, and I'm just like, I like your stuff, but I can do without it.
Right. It's an ex-girlfriend that you see every now and again at the store. You just, let's just keep you over there. Let's not talk.
Mother of my children, she's got the setup for them, so she's got it.
Okay.
So at least it's in the house.
Okay. I don't know. I wouldn't want an ex in my house, but anyway.
No, we're not exes. We are. Well, we're not. We're in a domestic partnership.
Oh, okay.
We live in the same house. It's best for the kids. We're together when it's convenient. But no, we're rebuilding our friendship. And
wait a second. We are talking about Navy Federal, right?
oh no, no, I'm talking about Navy Federals in the house.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about the mother of my
Okay.
children.
I thought we were.
Okay.
I meant Navy Fed being the ex.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
No, I'm sure you're doing good. But I'm actually curious how that whole thing works. So if you are in, so you say they fell off, but what was that? Because I'm curious about it because I meet so many people that are in similar situations. So like that car debt, how does that just fall off?
So 7 years, bad marks or any marks fall off except for your lines of credit.
Yeah.
So like if you got late payments and stuff and you couldn't get that card company to remove them, because they can remove the late payment. If I paid this much, don't let it go into collections, but collections fall off they fall off in 7 years, but after 3 years, they can't come after you for the money. At least that's Georgia state law. I'm not sure about like a federal law.
Yeah.
But 7 years. So I just recently had the Navy Federal stuff fell off last year. Like 1 month it was there, and then the next month my credit score went up 45 points, and it's because that stuff fell off.
Huh. So that's all mainly was. It was just because what happened to the car?
Oh no, they got
They got recalled.
that fell off. All of it fell off. It's no longer there.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. And you didn't have to do anything. No disputes. No nothing. You just waited however many times.
Well, you gotta think, it didn't feel like that much time because a good portion of that I was working on myself. And then that's people with mental health conditions. Like last month was Mental Health Awareness Month. This month is, besides LGBTQA plus Pride Month, it's also PTSD Awareness Month. So, but with that, they don't want to talk about it, and generally I don't talk about it, but I have the story of I'm still fighting it, and it's never something that goes away. So going back to credit cards as an addiction, at some point I'm looking at it, like I think it was after, I don't know which card, right after I got the Sapphire, and I was like, I really just applied for a Sapphire product when I knew I was 724. I still got it, but by the 524, I should have been denied.
Yeah.
It wasn't, thank God, because I'm sorry, I love the card. It's a good card, especially for Hyatt, to transfer your points to Hyatt.
Yeah.
That's really the only reason I have it. But that's when I realized, I'm like, well, I've been in addiction. I kind of know the feeling. Yeah. It's whatever. Really? So it could be different for anybody. And a lot of people have a lot better self-control than I do. But there are still days that I really don't want to leave the house, or there are moments where we're going grocery shopping and I'm just like, I gotta leave. So with anybody, you can get all the help you want. You can go get on whatever medication is prescribed. You can talk to whoever, but they're still gonna have those bouts, that moment where you're like, okay, it reverts back to who you used to be.
You seem to be, actually, let's see. Don't get that first Premier Bank. Oh God, where am I?
Here.
100 cards. Well, that's too much for me, says CJ. Chad says, I would lean on Credit Uniting to hit the mark. Open Sky. Speaking facts. Benji, what's good, people? Oh, Chad says, late payments for my uninformed credit years fell off within the last year, and your credit does make a significant jump, depending on how many derogatory marks you have. Yeah.
So like I said, it was about 45 points for my Experian. For TransUnion, it was almost 60 points. So I'm really curious in October or November when this last credit one disappears off my credit. I wonder, because I'm already at the 750s, 760s. Oh. That's the average. Yeah. If I can get pushed to 780, especially with like end of year car deals, I already told you I'm looking at Genesis QV70. Yeah. Or maybe a BMW or something, or maybe the Tesla Model, was it Y? Model X?
It's the bigger one, yeah.
Model X too.
X is the Falcon doors, Y is my car but bigger.
I mean, depending on where I'm going with my job and how it goes, I'm just saying, could be worth it.
Not too bad. What's your main holdback by Tesla versus any other car?
I do a lot of driving, and I don't always have the convenience of a EV charger, and mother of my children is kind of against Teslas unless we have another vehicle that isn't for long road trips. Okay. And we got 2 vehicles, but a more comfortable second vehicle. Yeah. So, but I'm not in a hurry, because the more I pay off what I got, the more I can use it for a trade-in later. And but I just got to do it before that loan ends, because then your score drops once you pay off the loan. So
your credit mix will drop, and everything like that. Which is the main reason, that wasn't the main reason, but got the car loan too, because figured it'd be good for the credit profile.
Binge, yes, I was 724, and I was at the 80K mark. I got the 80K points.
Yeah, you smashed it for sure.
The new Tacomas are nice. I like those. I'm waiting for the 4Runner to see what that looks like. 4Runner is going to be pretty.
Is it?
I think it is. I think it's going to have the same front end as the Sequoia.
Okay.
So
it's tough to say. At least if the bottleneck is long travel, I get it. If you're looking at a Y, your range is going to be like 330 miles.
And then
something like that.
A supercharger in 15 minutes, you can get 80%. Or something like that.
If you go 0 to 80, probably about 20 minutes. Yeah. So 280 miles of range, or maybe 260 miles of range.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just wait until they start selling Cybertrucks, and then the first person that, whatever, since I turned in my, I got my $100 back.
Yeah. God damn it, man. The first person that overturns their reservation, right?
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Yeah, I don't know. I think that Cybertruck will be awesome. Like we talked about earlier, I got a reservation for it. But that's granted that this is a plan for 2028, because I think my reservation's numbered in the 3 millions. So based on projections, how much they could build, I'm guessing 2027, 2028.
Well, you say that, but then a lot of the people, because of how long they've been taking, they say half or
Yeah.
more have turned in their reservation. So you might have
Good.
been at 3 million, but you're probably at 1 million
I hope so.
something.
I hope
1
so.
million something.
I know there's some dude out in California that has like 53 of them, 53 reservations that he's just,
Just waiting. Oh, because he's going to car lot. Probably has a car lot.
well, that, and I think it's the hopes that they'll solve autonomous driving and all of them could be robo taxis, which is
Oh,
kind of what I want to do
makes
too. You know,
Yeah.
it's, it's kind of what I want to have done as well. What are people saying
One of
here?
the rough things for a refinance your score is something, even if it's the right financial move, adds inquiries, closes old accounts, opens new accounts. Actually, I mean, I agree, but I don't agree. So I got my car right around the same time I got my first credit card, the Capital Credit One, and I had a 505 credit score, so my car interest rate was like 25%. I waited 6-7 months and refinanced with Caribou. Shameless plug, they did me right. I got my interest rate down below 3%. So
Wow.
in the grand scheme of things, I took it down to 3%, cut off 2 years, and lowered my car payments by $100.
That's amazing.
So now I just pay double or triple car payments every month. So I did that at the beginning of last year. I'll probably be done paying it off January, February next year.
So yeah, so what's your goal right now? Like, because I guess the car payments. You say you're doing double payments. Are you doing the same thing with your house? Like, are you trying to be just completely
I
debt
don't have
free?
a house payment.
Really?
So I live with the mother of my children, and she inherited her house from her grandmother when she passed.
Wow.
So the only thing is paying taxes.
Yeah.
Caveat, if the property was in my name, we wouldn't have to pay taxes. But we don't want to do that because it's her house. So I still just pay the taxes, which is like, this year it's probably going to be like close to 800.
Gotcha. Well, how would you not have to pay if it's in your name?
So 100% disabled veteran.
Yeah.
I think it's anything over 70 actually. And it also depends on the state that you're in and the county that you're in.
Yeah.
But in Georgia, there's a state law that 100% disabled veterans, they have a waived up to $1,500 or $2,500 worth of property tax. You also get waived for ad valorem tax and a couple other ad valorem, so for your car, a couple other things. So.
Gotcha. That's pretty cool. I did not know that. I have to see if that's here as well. Oh, come on, Benji. I don't trust. Like, how did this even come up? How did we even start talking about Yada? I don't trust Yada. Their app looks like it was designed by my 7-year-old needs. Man, how you're in this day and age now, Benji. Look at Robinhood. You're telling me that's not a similar thing? It's the gamification of the world. Everything looks like it's fun and pretty, and you hit buttons. Everything's Candy Crush nowadays, all right?
So, CJ and I had a conversation on one of his videos, and your opinion would be greatly appreciated since you don't seem to comment in his section. So we were talking about the built, how it is a little overrated. And then the best way to get max value is to get the curve card. For me, it's overrated. Let's say, because I don't pay rent and whatever. I get cards at 4, 5, 6 times everything. So, how about a built card, but for car payments? Because most banks, you can't pay a car payment with a credit card, or they charge you a 3% rate. Built, I mean, everybody. There's millions and millions of people with multiple cars paying multiple car loans.
Huh. That I never considered. Well, it's...
No, Calby, no.
What does he say?
No, GM credit card. No.
GM credit. What about weren't you able to do that with the old Amex Platinum, the Mercedes?
I think so. That or BMW had something too.
Oh, did they?
But what was it? I guess you could pay your car payment if you had GM Financial, if you had the credit card, or Toyota or Lexus or something like that, if you used their financing. But we all know that dealership financing isn't worth it unless you're getting the 0% for 36, 60 months, whatever, or that introductory rate if you have a really good score and you put 20% down, which is the rule. 2410 or whatever. 20% down, 4 years, 10% of your income.
Okay.
But I guess if you had one of their credit cards and you use theirs, then you can use your credit card to pay it.
Yeah.
But best way to get it is credit unions normally
Huh.
outside of those end of year or Memorial Day deals.
Yeah. Huh.
You don't get points for. I thought the GM card had like 4 times points on everything.
Does it really? I'm
Matt.
familiar.
Or Car Putty's a line of credit. That's what he was talking about. I've heard of it. I saw it, but it seems sketch. Have you seen it? Car
Which?
Putty?
No.
They give you a set value that you can use towards your car, and then you can go pick any car with that, and then you could trade that car, and you have just that line of credit, and you're paying on that line of credit, not on the car.
What's the benefit of that? I don't understand. Huh.
You're not stuck with one car.
Oh, you're paying it on the line, just not the car itself.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah. Well, but then how does it depreciate? Like, does your car ever lose value, or did it just continue to be the same value?
So the
and
car will depreciate, and then that will add. So when the car depreciates, you
yeah.
get that money back as a line of credit, but you're still paying $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 on line of credit, and you
Yeah.
can't. It'll never increase
Huh.
unless you do another credit pull.
Yeah. So I wonder, like, that's why you got to read a lot of the fine print.
It's renting a trade line, dude.
Yeah.
It's renting a trade line. That's all it is.
Because then I just think, oh, is there a prepayment penalty? Is there, what are the loan amounts and everything like that? See, that's why my car payment was.
You can spend GM points on Sirius XM or any of their OnStar features, or towards paying for the vehicle if you have GM financing.
It's fantastic.
There you go.
See, I don't know. I think we should just simplify everything. The Tesla process of buying a car is the easiest thing in my life.
Isn't that what Ford's doing?
I believe so. Yeah, we need to close them all. Just get rid of them all. We don't need them. Just direct to consumer. They'll be able to ship a better product, more affordable for everybody else.
The thing is, if you live in Texas, they can't ship you a car that was made in
now.
Texas.
For
No, that
now.
was made in Texas. They have to have it
know.
go across state lines and
So
come back,
So stupid.
which is
With the factory there,
Yeah,
they allow them to
doesn't
build a
make sense.
factory, and you can't. I bet it'll be changed at some point. I mean, I don't see why they couldn't. They're going to be putting up a lot of solar products in Texas anyway because of their winter storm.
I feel about the Curve card the way Woodsy feels about my card.
Oh my God. Oh, so is the build card overrated? You were kind of talking about.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I get it. 0% on rent. If you're paying rent, then yeah, I completely understand it. I gotcha. Cool. Because even sometimes doing a wire transfer from your bank to pay your landlord, it'll cost you a fee, and they're doing it at a 0 fee.
Yeah.
So it makes sense if you're paying rent. But like if you own a home or something like that, then
Yeah.
there's no it has no appeal to me. I mean, I already got cards that are 0% annual fee outside of the country, 0% foreign transaction, and
Yeah.
they're a set amount of points. I don't have to curve my way to double my points.
Gotta curve that away. So, see, now I was with you, and that's why.
Put Car Putty in the Discord,
Oh Lord.
so you can look it up.
I will. Okay. We'll see what their terms are.
Your next video.
I'll be locked in forever.
Yeah.
So I could see where it is overrated. Everyone's hyped it up, and I only made one video prior to this recent one, which was the fraud. Well, I guess it wasn't fraud, right? It was brute force attacks. But now that I don't know, I've been thinking about it. That's why I got it myself, which was even without curving it, you got that 3x points on dining, right?
Okay,
If
so
I'm
4x points on dining with the gold card.
But I got to pay the
Plus you
annual
get a
fee.
credit.
I got to pay.
It's a $10 annual
Here we go.
fee, and then you got the Amex offers, which, let's face it, you're going to find one over the course of 365 days that's going to give you 10, 20% back, or $20 back, or or something.
The Amex offers?
Yeah, the Amex offers. So you're going to make your money back on it. I think on the Amex offers, in less than a year, just stuff I would have normally bought because I'm looking at them, I've made like $350 back.
That's really good.
So
Huh.
just off of stuff I would have normally bought.
Yeah.
So, but some of these points offers are trash.
Yeah.
Trash. Except for the Best Buy one, double your points
That's not
with
bad.
the gold card right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I gotta check it more often. See, my problem is what happened? Oh, let's see, is right. Amex offer. The problem is, me personally, I don't buy anything. I don't buy anything. I go to the grocery store, I go to Food Lion, and that's basically it.
I haven't seen Food Lion in years.
Well, yeah, we love it out here in nice green South Carolina. So it's like offers never really apply to me because I'm never buying any, never, just literally never buying anything. She uses the Target card, so that works out and stuff like that.
Okay,
So
but do you use the credits?
I use the dining credits. Yeah, I do use them. But I could see a world where I don't have to use them. I don't have to get my Bojangles every single month.
No, you don't.
know.
Well, I mean, that's true. You wouldn't have to, but then you're going to be married. You're going to need stuff for the house, appliances. You got Best Buy.
Yes. Yeah.
You got, Walmart. Was it twice a year that comes up? I mean, but you already have the platinum too, right? So the platinum, in and of itself, you're getting the Walmart credit, and then you could double that with like put on the gold card or whatever the Walmart offer if you got to go to Walmart.
Yeah.
Or you got pets? No pets? Lucky.
I mean, they do, but
Lucky.
Her family.
Her family. But I think a lot of the Amex offers that I use are birthdays and like holidays or something like that, like Christmas and stuff like that. I'll search the offers, find what's best, know that I'm going to buy that person something, buy them something with that Amex offer. So Amex is really buying everybody's gifts.
Huh. But I guess say if you're a person that has the platinum, so you're getting some offers, maybe you can't double up like with the gold,
I know I did, what was it? Rakuten Deal Days.
Oh Lord.
15% back at what was it? Rakuten Deal Days. 15% back at Adidas sales. I bought, and then there was an Adidas thing on my business card. It popped up on my Business Plus. So 2 plus points from that. 15 points per dollar on Adidas, and then I bought like $500 worth of stuff, already discounted 50%, so for $250. So I think I've walked away with, on Rakuten alone, 15 times 250, to 285 with the discount, or with that, and then you also get a military discount with ID Me on Adidas.
Okay. Huh.
So if you ever want to borrow my discounts for these sites, go ahead. You just hit me up. I'll send you off. Because I can go on there and get the
Really?
copy code, because it gives you a referral code. I can just send it to you.
I appreciate that, man.
Stop being so frugal.
Oh my god. But now here's the deal, right? What are you gonna do with those points? Are you gonna use them? Or are you gonna have them build up?
So Benj, it's on, like I got it on my gold card right now. It's good until like June, or not June, but September. It's 1 plus point for every dollar spent. So it's like two points with a gold card.
Interesting. Huh. Well, CJ says, Tony, if you don't buy anything, what made you get the gold and the platinum cards? Well, the gold is like, man, that was like a goal for a long time. I have to see and grab stuff and have it. Of course, doing all the math, I was like, oh yeah, especially when I got the gold card, it was very often, using Uber Eats and Grubhub, so that worked immensely. Even today, it's a lot less often, but I definitely have to use it once a month, so I'm able to get the benefits. But I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, I could see a world where I don't have to use them, and I don't know, those 3x points on dining for Built, to me, is worth 9 points because I'm transferred to Hyatt. I can't do that with American Express.
And since you don't have this Sapphire anymore, you don't have the ability to transfer to Hyatt with Chase.
Well, she has a Sapphire.
Oh, so you're just going to transfer her points to her.
Well,
so
she has.
So you still are using the Sapphire even though you hate the Sapphire.
I don't hate it. I just say it's good for the travel partners. It's good to, you get it for the 80K sign-up bonus, which is what you did. A lot of people do. But I think after that, maybe keep it so you have the transfer bonus. Otherwise...
Premium car rental. Primary car rental.
Okay.
Collision. So if you're renting a car, which you aren't going to do when you travel, I'm not assuming, but when you go to Vegas, you're probably going to rent a car. Or are you just going to Lyft everywhere?
I don't know.
Well, even then, with the Sapphire, you get the Lyft credits.
It's true.
So I mean, the Sapphire might have been worth it to keep, but is your fiance going with you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you could just use hers.
Yeah.
So you're still using the Sapphire. You just don't
A bit.
realize you're using the Sapphire.
But now I'm just like, man, I'm going crazy with the God Trifecta. I've been using my curve card every single day with that build, especially with the multipliers. But that's the only goal is Hyatt. I get it. There's a lot of the transfer partners. I'll learn eventually, but Hyatt's the goal at the
Yeah,
moment.
well, Hyatt is one of the best ones, I think. Uh, that's my main goal with the Sapphire is just to transfer out to the Hyatt, but still have the. I still want to get the Hyatt card for pretty much for the equivalent to gold or whatever.
Yeah.
So Discoverist, is that what it is?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I have yet to go through all the statuses with Hyatt. I don't know. I still didn't see the big bonus or benefit of people doing these mattress runs. I'm in the minority though.
Of what? Which one?
Everybody went crazy over doing mattress runs. They booked like 10 nights to get their, what was it, globalist status or something. They had that bonus recently.
But you could book it, but you didn't have to stay. Wasn't that what it was?
Well, you just booked the nights. So people were finding like 3,500 a night, stays, did 10 of them, and then they had global status until a certain date or something like that. I was like, I'm not wasting the points. I don't really see the, I don't know. I barely use the benefits of gold on Hilton, except I just go down and ask for free snacks, but they don't verify anyway. You know.
Well, for me, it's overrated. Do you rent? No. So you're not paying anything for it, which is the main thing for that card. So you just got the card because of your annual fee and it's a World Elite, and you can do it with the curve.
Well, not even. Yeah, it was literally just curve as long as that lasts. The 3x dining for Hyatt. I at this time, I mean, I have so many Amex points. I'm like, whatever. I could probably maximize. I need more Hyatt points at the moment. But if I can curve it, then every transaction becomes 2x no matter what.
Yeah.
Which again, for the Hyatts I've been staying at, that's really like 6 points, pretty much. But when I do the 3 cents per point, translation, so I just find it really crazy. Plus, it's also in hopes that mortgages do come in the future, which, a lot of people in the community think that is going to be a thing. I don't see why they wouldn't. I believe some people even might have access or something, but I'm not sure.
I think Amex is going to find a way to do it or to one-up it.
Hope so.
I seriously do because, but I think it's going to wait until after the Fed actually does their pivot. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I don't think it's coming the end of this year. I think it's going to maintain at maybe one more rate increase and then come down probably spring of next year. And then they're just going to let the credit card companies and loan companies do all the work for them by raising their interest rates.
Yeah. And then that was one of the biggest things. I think I did a whole stream about it when they were proposing to, was it to raise the late penalty? Oh no, lower the late penalty fee. Around the board, across the board to like $8 or something like that.
I think they did it for debit cards, but not for credit cards. Which another one that I'm looking at really closely is them the transaction fee thing that they're trying to do to credit cards, like they did it to debit cards. Did you remember years ago debit cards had really good point multipliers for certain things, but now you're lucky if you get like 1 or 2% cash back for certain cards. But it's because they lowered the was it the transfer fee for, it was like they can't charge no more than like 1.3%, and they're trying to do that with credit cards now too. The interchange fee, that's what it was.
Interesting. So do you think maybe behind the scenes American Express is seeing this and kind of getting scared, like, oh, what are we going to do? That's one of the biggest money makers for us.
I mean, I think it's different because I think they're going after mainly MasterCard and Visa. American Express is their own entity, so it's considered a private company. I mean, I don't think they can probably hit American Express that hard, but if they do that, then less places will probably use American Express because it'll cost them too much money.
Yeah. Huh. Pretty wild.
No, this is not Anthony's house.
Could you imagine?
Paranormal. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Speaking of, I still want to go do paranormal. So I've been pushing doing a ghost hunt at the Mills house
Oh,
and having it paid by points for everybody, doing
dude,
everybody.
that would be great. You have enough. It's like
Yeah,
80K a night.
yeah. I mean, we all probably at this point, except for CJ, has enough Hilton points to pay for it.
So you want everybody to
I
go.
mean, hey, everybody who'd want to go to do a haunted tour or haunted ghost hunt. I mean, I got the Fleur. I got a couple lidar cameras. So I mean, I think we could do it.
Man, Gabe, we are at that. Gabe is right, probably not too far from here. He's man, you should go book his tour tonight. Are you doing a tour tonight, Gabe? Man, that'd be good. Some
Hey, if
good
you're booking a
promotion.
tour, shoot it to me in the Discord, and I'll do something. We were looking for something to do tonight.
Man, yeah, Gabe, let us know if you're doing that. Yeah, you guys should go and do that. He says, "Hell yeah, I'm in." We all want to go to the Mills house. That is so funny.
I mean, I'll even just so CJ can get in.
You'll pay for it.
I'll pay for him.
I'll go half with you.
I'll front you 40,000.
Yeah, Gabe is great, and he wants to do his own thing. Matter of fact, Gabe actually got, I believe he got the Hilton business.
I won't even have to use. I can just use the free night reward that
Yeah.
Mother of my children has since
That's what I did.
I
Yeah.
can just use that.
He is doing a tour tonight.
All right, send me the info in Discord if you're in the Discord.
Gabe, I don't think you're in the Discord. Well, I'll give you the info.
You got his number.
Yeah, I'll give you.
Is
Damn, that's
it okay
great.
for him to give me your number?
Yeah.
Promo code
Promo
Venture.
code Venture. Oh, that's great. You're gonna have a good time because he makes it really fun, and you walk. You'll get to experience Greenville downtown really because you're
It's
gonna be walking all
kid
around.
friendly, right? What time is
yeah.
it? What time do they normally do it?
Gabe, what time are you doing? I think it was 8 last time. Eight
Oh,
or
that's not bad.
8 or 9 maybe.
I got youngins with me and a dog. Hopefully my dog can help you see things.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, he's got the speak box, so you
Oh,
can
he's got
talk through it.
okay. I got so literally for Christmas last year, because you remember Amazon was one of the Freedom Flex
Mhm.
categories for Christmas, Amazon and PayPal.
Yeah.
I went on Amazon and I bought some stuff off of Amazon, and then I went to, I forget which site it was, but I bought the Mother of My Children, Ghost Box, Ouija board, a bunch of ghost hunting stuff, like $400 worth of ghost hunting shit
Oh my God,
stuff.
you're scary, man.
So if you met her, you'd understand.
He said, "Oh, Saturday tour is kids friendly. Is there another tour?" Well, I know he does a bar crawl too. There's a ghostly bar crawl, which I want to book as myself one of these days. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing that, man. That's gonna be cool.
I'll take the kids to do it. You take Amex, right?
You better. You just got an Amex, Mr. Gabe. But yeah, I do like that whole idea for the Mills house. That would be fun. If
I'll
we-
make it a business expense and then send you the
yeah.
video.
That'd
Or
be
you could
great.
do it. I'll pay your ticket.
Oh my God. Hey, listen. I'll drive down there. It's only 2.5 hours from here,
What? Oh, it's in
Charleston.
Charleston.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was here. I thought you were saying here.
No.
Oh shit.
People got that mixed up, I think. People thought I was saying Charlotte, but it's Charleston. I think they meant it was like close to here. He has the ghost tour here in downtown Greenville.
That's what I was talking about here.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking about Mills House,
Mills House?
in
That ain't that
Charleston.
far. I just can't do it in February.
Gotcha.
For you.
Gotcha. Huh?
Can't do it in February for you.
For me?
Because you're going to.
Oh,
you're
right.
going-
Listen, we can't speak about that, man. We can't.
Oh, my bad.
We're not allowed to. That's a given secret, you know.
Oh,
I
well,
give the
my
secret,
bad.
but I try to keep
I
it.
mean, that's another Vegas trip, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's true. That's true. That is great, man. This is a lot of fun. 8 p.m. All right.
8 p.m.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I'll get your number from
Code Venture.
here.
Oh my
I'll,
God.
I'll
You have your
time, place, location.
you don't have your stuff with you, like ghost hunting
No,
stuff,
I
right?
don't.
You know,
I didn't.
you didn't think you were going for.
I didn't think I was going ghost hunting. I mean, I forgot that you always got to be ready for a ghost tour.
Yeah.
Currently, to go to sleep at night, Heidi and I, that's her name, we're watching paranormal mysteries, or what is it, like the paranormal shows, just go to sleep.
Really?
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, you guys are a little crazy. That's much crazier than I am.
Don't worry about it, CJ.
Tony, where you go? No, it's just nothing. No. Listen, one time I hinted at a place that you can use the FHR, platinum credit.
You did the entire
I did the whole video there. I know. Yeah.
live with
I did,
Calby
yeah.
and finding where you
That's
were
true.
going. So it's not a secret. He's going to Italy. Italy. He's going to Italy.
Yes. So okay, there's two different things. So yes, no, Italy is fine. That I brought up.
Oh.
But I'm talking about the held secret of the FHR credit you can use for Valentine's Day every year, and you get like unlimited value. It's a hotel in Charlotte. But I try and keep it under wraps.
I'll have to get with you after that.
Yeah,
Because I like going to Charlotte all the time, to Concord Mills.
Oh yeah.
I love that mall. I love that mall.
Huh. I don't think that's that far from there actually.
No, Concord Mills is like 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
Because you got Rock Hill, Charlotte, Concord Mills.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, but
I got a funny story about that IKEA that I don't think I can say on
oh no.
live.
Jesus. FHR, anyone takes a picture of Anthony there. Oh Lord.
I'm gonna have to get with you after that.
Yeah.
But I was under the influence, and I got lost in the IKEA for 2 days.
What do you mean 2 days?
I was in the IKEA for like
48 hours?
Yes.
How are you inside of the IKEA for 40? Nobody came by. No one said, "Hey, man."
I was paranoid and hiding and stuff.
What'd you do? One of those desks you hid inside?
I mean, it was like one of the bathroom things, I think.
Just hiding up on the seat, just like no one could see.
Yeah, it was bad.
Dude, that is crazy. That's wild.
Drugs are bad, okay?
I couldn't. It probably is very scary to be paranoid in an IKEA because a lot of weird shapes. You got some Swedish names running around, you know.
Chad's asking.
Biltmore? No. So the Biltmore, that'd be a cool place to go to too. But that you could actually stay there. There's a tour. It's the Biltmore estate, the Vanderbilts. I think it's the son of Cornelius Vanderbilt, the original. Right in Asheville. It's about an hour away. Largest single-family residence, privately owned in the entire world. It's insane. But you could tour it and walk through there, and there's some grounds you could walk through. Biltmore is cool, but you can't use an FHR credit there. So.
I want to go stay at the Winchester. Because you can stay at the Winchester mansion.
Where is that?
I think it's in California.
Oh.
But
wait, the Winchester.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they did several movies on it, but you can stay there.
So yeah. So correct me if I'm wrong.
No,
Huh?
not from Nashville. I live. If I'm going my speed, about an hour and 10 minutes away. If I'm going family speed, it's about an hour and 50 minutes away.
Jesus Christ.
So.
Too crazy, man. Too crazy with everything.
But I have places that my company delivers to are like right down the road from here.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So, like right now, I've been heading up over 4 delivery locations. So here, like near Atlanta, Texas, Ohio, and Mobile, Cleveland and Mobile. So drivers in all those locations. So I've been working from like 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. like this entire week, and then on call, get calls at night. So, but it's a 7-figure account, seven figures a year, and like it's just I'm good with numbers, but there's a point in my life where I'm just like I can't even. I need to stop.
Really?
So, but yeah, because I don't know, spreadsheets and stuff like that, like down to the cent. I took Spencer's spreadsheet and I tweaked it to add things to it.
Wow.
So like investment accounts and like how much paying extra is going to pay down my car faster, and then et cetera, like all that extra stuff, like down to the cent.
Yeah.
So I do the same thing with work. Payroll and billing and stuff. It's intensive.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So, my boss seems to like it because less for her to worry about.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Shawshank Prison in Ohio, I'm down.
Oh Lord. I'll do that. Yeah. We'll take Gabe. We'll do that.
I do like Ohio. You like? Oh, is Calby talking trash?
Well, he's
is
from
the cat
there.
talking trash?
He's from Ohio.
Oh, is he?
So he might.
Calby, I'm gonna have to get like one of my 3 cats in one of your videos.
Yeah, my fiance's parents have 5. We'll have to put them
Oh,
all together.
3 is my limit.
Yeah.
I have this thing about smells, and if I start smelling the animals, I deep clean, and I found 3 in my house is the limit. 3 in a dog. That's my limit.
Gotcha. That's funny. Jesus.
So,
Richie says you thought 48 hours in an IKEA was bad.
oh, I mean, I've stayed in worse. I mean, I've been to jail. I've slept in a tent in Afghanistan, 2 miles above ocean level, for 10, 12 months.
Jeez.
So, I'm okay with whatever.
I think Richie's wife probably kept him longer than 48 hours. That's what he. I think
Oh
he's.
wow.
I think. I bet he got. I bet he was in there for.
I mean, talking about paranormal, go to Afghanistan or Iraq. I mean,
Really?
the stuff over there is you see things that you don't think you would see, but a lot of it's probably the heat.
Makes sense. That's
And-
why everybody in Florida is crazy, right?
No comment. I know that it's expensive down there.
Yeah.
You go down there, it's like as soon as you jump the line, gas is like 30 cents more expensive.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I like where I'm at, but I might be having to move pretty soon.
Really?
It really just depends on things with work at this point.
Makes sense.
But so, what are your next cards? What's the next card you're looking at?
All right. So I've actually just me and you and me and Calby have been talking about this, and well, it's also because I have to manage her credit cards too, right? So I'm like, she's got the beautiful, 324. So
Are you an AU on her stuff?
no,
Oh, no.
I don't mess with any of it, to be honest. And now since Constantinos, I get it. There was a lot of crazy stuff. They didn't add the Social Security. I just don't even want to touch AUs right now.
We've already talked about my suspicions with that one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it on air. It seems fishy because I know as soon as I added an AU, like to activate the card, they had to put in their social.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I heard a lot of different comments. They were like, "Oh, I was able to do it, but I got a letter that says within 60 days, or they told me verbally." I don't know.
where is Sledge, by the way? He's like normally on all your chats.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Did nobody text him? Amex warned me about the Amex AU.
Oh, really? Huh.
I know when I called, they
Oh, yeah.
said 7 to 10 days and they'll remove the pop-up because it shouldn't have been there.
They lied.
But I haven't checked. Today would be 10 days,
Yeah.
and I haven't checked. So maybe I'll check it. I'll check it after this. Actually, no. I got Amex Premium or Hilton Premium.
YouTube review.
YouTube
You're on the Wi-Fi or something?
And,
Are you doing a live
I'm doing a
applying
live
for?
apply.
Oh my God.
We'll see.
Oh
Let me
Lord.
just see if the pop-up
If it comes up.
Yeah.
That-
That's all I'm doing.
Let's see here. All right, so he's got on the screen. We'll give him a play-by-play. Just the typical Hilton 70K with a free night. Just hitting apply.
Just seeing if it's there.
You're gonna have to go through something. So in the meantime, I'll say. So I think to be the best credit card person out there, I'm gonna probably get a churn. I'm probably going to sign up my fiance for the World of Hyatt card, so I can actually complete the God Trifecta.
There you
I think
go.
that
That's the
makes
one.
sense. So that's probably one thing that we have to do. I have to. I don't know. I think what you're saying is very right about just kind of waiting a little bit and kind of level the playing field a little bit and just kind of use what I have. I'm really enjoying Curve and Built and seeing all of the edge cases for it. Like even she uses.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Oh my God. She's using the Target card now, and I realized yesterday, I was like, wait a second, I can add her Target card to my Curve card, so I get 1% cash back on the Curve and get the $5 off with her Target card. And then someone's going to tell me, no, it doesn't work like that. Everything I say ends up being wrong somehow. So I'm going to add that to it. Also, we got to add her Freedom Flex to it. That one is a card that you can add to it. So I think World of Hyatt for now. And then I'm really projecting out in the future next year. Once I'm actually below 524, I'm really thinking like the Marriott Bountiful, get that sign-up bonus, cool. And then product change that to the Ritz-Carlton card. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I really have to see where there's a lot of Ritz-Carltons around. But if I could find a place where I can use it every single year, it might make sense to do it. Because like now I use my Amex Platinum card for Valentine's Day, right? That's secured every single year. I want to get the Aspire so I can stay at the Mills House once per year because that's amazing. Um, although it's too bad the Mills House is not a resort property, so you can't get the $250 off on that, which is sad. Oh, and we're on the screen right here. We're processing. Not eligible. Unreal.
10 days, Amex Live. You heard it first.
You got to be kidding me.
It's fine.
We got to start making some videos and tell them they're lying to me. You know.
But, I mean, that just might give me the option to say, all right,
Yeah.
Marriott,
Yeah.
the Marriott business.
Hey.
So.
However they take that. They're gonna lose business then. They're gonna lose some business from you. I don't know. I still think that.
Okay. He's in your Discord now.
Oh, Gabe is in there. Nice.
So still Code Venture, right?
I forgot what the percentage is, but he does have an actual. Did you actually make it, Gabe? Code Venture? Did you actually make a discount thing, or you just like, are you doing Venmo on the side or something like? I don't know. You'll negotiate that. You'll see.
I know I want to stay below 524, but that free night certificate and the 100 elevated bonus for the Surpass was nice. So I guess what I'm gonna do is probably either just chill for a bit, or because I'm at 824 now, but that falls off in April of next year because I went hard. I got that one, and then 6 months later I got to discover it, and like it was pretty much every month or every other month I was getting another card with a sign-on bonus. So
yeah, it happens.
but now, so the good news with that is once one starts falling off, it's going to continuously fall off.
Yeah.
So future Sapphire lounges. Now I do like the Reserve, but I don't see it as a whatever 10 days or 10 business days. What are you talking about? No, they just said 10 days. 7 to 10 days. You got to remember, Amex works 7 days a week, 24/7. So, quirk. What quirk? I don't know what he's talking about.
Not sure. Maybe I better not get denied after 30 days. Not sure. Are you saying I don't have to use the Ritz like credits or the free night certificates at a Ritz? I can't use the free night certificate that comes with it. I can use it elsewhere.
Something
oh my
else
God!
I've been looking at is the.
Of course. Everything I know in life is wrong.
the
It's great. It's fantastic.
I know everybody trashes Wyndham, but their resorts are pretty nice. I got 2 free nights at the resort.
Really?
I mean, I did that timeshare. Sent you the
That's
pictures
right,
of it.
that's right,
They
that's
were
right.
giving a decent deal, though. I mean, timeshare, normally it's like $88,000, but for me,
Yeah.
it was going to be $17,000, and all I had to do was pay $2,000 up front. I mean,
what was the benefit though?
you can rent out your timeshare, and they'll rent it out for you.
Really? Did they tell you any rates at all?
So if they rent it out for you, they take 40%, you take 60%. But if you do it yourself, then obviously you get to keep the entire bid. But it's any of those places, and then they got, what was it, the last call where you can get any room for like 5 days for like $300 or $400 or some stuff like that. It's just timeshares are such an antiquated idea, but I know people make money off of them. So
Yeah. Huh.
U.S. Calby U.S.
Going ham.
Yeah.
Well, man, this was a lot of fun.
All right.
I really appreciate you, doing this with me live. This is great. We gotta have more people come down.
Yeah.
Me and Gabe will do one live too. Is there any?
Do it.
Yeah, I think we'll probably do something together at some point.
When are you on
on here.
Spence?
I don't know.
I mean, y'all.
Probably should.
Last question. All right.
Okay.
So you're real estate. You
Yeah.
do real estate. You're real estate adjacent.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've sent pictures of stuff and
Yeah.
things like that. Is it worth it to wait and save the money, or use a VA home loan or an FHA loan to get into that now when, I mean, we're seeing the stressors in the home market right now anyway, or wait until probably the Fed switch and then do the 5% down at that time?
So there's a few moving parts, because I would say one of the first things you should probably look for, and Doc and I have talked about this a lot too, which is, whatever market that you're actually going to be going into. Like, if you're moving to a place that everybody's moving to, like Greenville, or if you're moving to like still Texas, people are moving there.
Or like outside of anything, just outside of Atlanta, because
Yeah, which is also booming. A lot of
Yeah.
people
I mean,
moving
that-
there.
live 45 minutes from Atlanta, but you're still in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So because I'm dealing with clients, now that are still getting offers in like crazy. It's the heat of the summer. Everyone's buying because they want to get everything settled before school starts, right? So if you're going to buy and you don't mind waiting, probably wait until the colder months, since things always kind of cool down a little bit around there.
I was
but
thinking about doing it, and because there are houses for sale outside of UGA. UGA,
what's that?
University of Georgia.
Oh, okay.
So you think about it, you can rent those out to students
Yeah.
quite easily.
So this is your rental property.
I'm looking at doing a rental property. I'm going to
Uh.
stay where I'm at, but another line of income, a constant source of income, and
Yeah. So now, granted, I've talked to Doc about this and I've watched YouTube videos. I haven't done it myself, but what I've heard from people who have done it, which if you're doing that and renting it to universities, usually they'll recommend renting them by the bed and not by the house. So all the university students will pay a certain share. Usually ends up more than what a total payment would be, and you get co-signed by their parent. So if kids don't pay, then they will. So yeah. So for all the kids that are there. So if you have, a 4-bedroom house, that could be 4 different payments from 4 different kids. Of course, they're going to mess some things up, might have holes in the walls, but
kind of like one of the places I lived outside of Fort Stewart. It's called Independence Place. It's like an apartment complex, but they rent the bed.
yeah.
It's like $500
Mhm.
for just one person. So per room, they had 4 rooms, $2,000 per room. And then, they had other ones were more expensive for like whatever, but and then they share a common area.
Yeah. And they'll share the expenses of utilities as well. So they all kind of keep each other in check, from what I've heard. So that could be something, instead of just getting $1,500 a month near there, maybe you can have them all pay $500 a month, so it's $2,000, a little bit extra. But it comes with the territory of maybe cosmetics are going to be broken, chairs, whatever, going to have alcohol.
Well, at least I know how to do drywall.
Yes, so that helps. So as far as saving money, I don't know why Doc advocated for 5% down to have some skin in the game. I don't really know why. We're with people all the time. My broker has, been in the game for 20 years. He likes the loans that we're finding out here, which are 0 money down and no PMI. So you already have that with your VA loan. I don't see why not get in there and keep all the money for yourself in pocket. So he might have some reasons for that. But I would probably say if you have, because your house is paid for, you don't really have like a ton of risk, right? You have your car payment, that's about it. You probably could get away with just VA loan, keep the money in your pockets. This way you can pay that mortgage in the meantime while you get people rented out, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because I was going to look into buy it as well, and I wanted to take advantage of the 0 money down. I have the benefit of being a realtor, so I also get my cut of buying the house, representing myself. I also get like a 3% cut.
Yeah.
So that helps. But my goal was, hey, if I have $5,000, well, I'm going to keep that because that's 2.5 months of mortgage payments.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give it to the bank and they hold it. Just give me the leverage, But I'd probably wait till it cools down a little. And you're right about the whole Fed,
Pivot.
switching
Yeah.
pivot. It probably will end up being next year, since they're still factoring in 2 more rate hikes by the end of the year.
I think they're going to finish out at 7.5 to 6. Not just personally, but
Which is crazy.
I think you're doing it right though. You're living as frugal as you can, putting back what you can. Your gas is probably cheaper than mine because
Right.
your EV.
Yeah.
Do you have the Freedom Flex to get that 5 back on Supercharge? No.
She does, actually.
She does? Oh,
Yeah.
so you can put it on hers and just give her the money.
Probably should.
Yeah, gas,
should.
EV,
I'll
and
curb
then
it.
live entertainment. We were thinking about going to the zoo up here, and that's live entertainment.
Is it really?
It's
I didn't
considered
know
live entertainment. Zoo, aquarium, any of that is live entertainment.
Live
So
entertainment, livestock entertainment.
there you
Yeah.
go. Bestiality at its
Beastie-
best.
That's your. That's I know. That's what you like to do usually, right?
I mean, hey, I have seen some people in places that you don't think you'd want to see.
Really?
Yes.
Good to know, man.
Go to Mexico.
That's where Doc is. I'm sure he's partaking.
Oh, there you go. There you go. But it's been fun, man.
Yeah. Any
I'm
parting
glad-
advice or words of wisdom?
Just look, if you're going through something and you feel like you can't talk to anybody, there are resources out there. It doesn't have to be VA. There's was it 3-digit for the suicide 988, I think. There's that line. You can reach out to anybody on the Discord. Everybody there is super helpful. Can talk to you. They might not know, but sometimes just getting it out will help. Richie, if you need help with the VA stuff, hit me up on Discord. I've helped several people at least get a higher percentage, and then once you get over 70, the last 30 is usually pretty easy. But yeah, just talk to somebody, and if you feel like you're drowning and can't get your head above water, just talk to somebody or go get help, because I've always said suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. That's not worth it. So,
Appreciate you, sir. This is great.
all right, I guess you got to turn off the camera.
See you guys. This is fun. Thank you all for being here too. Oh lordy.